Greetings AMCers, John Campy here, and this weekend, the new highly anticipated Zack Snyder film, Sucker Punch, opens in AMC theaters everywhere. Now this past weekend, I had the privilege of being invited down to Beverly Hills to sit down and talk with the girls of Sucker Punch. And right now I'd like to present to you my conversation with Blondie from the film, Miss Vanessa Hudgens. Here's our conversation.
He knows what we're doing. It's the only way we can get out of here.
Congratulations on the movie. I saw it. It is a, to say the least, a visual spectacle. Yeah. It's incredible. Now, before we do anything else, tell us about your character, Blondie.
I play Blondie, and she kind of represents the fear in all the girls. And when you're doing things out of fear, they're usually not the smartest, and it comes back and bites her in the butt.
Now, you mentioned that she kind of represents fear. I got the sense watching it, and I haven't seen anybody say this, but that each one of the characters
That's what I say,
are like a representation of something. How did you see, you said she represented the fear, how did you see that playing out with her representing their fears?
Well, she does a lot of things out of fear, and she's not really one to kind of stick true to what she believes in, and she kind of cracks under pressure, and it's just really interesting because each girl really does represent a piece of Baby Doll's own personality, whether it's loyalty from Jamie or hope from Jenna, or like strength from Abby. So I think altogether we really make a complete person.
Now, I've got several friends of mine who are actors, and I often hear from them they'd love to work with Zack Snyder. What was it like working with Zack?
It's amazing working with Zack. It was really a dream come true because, I mean, not only is he so genius, he has the most incredible, planned out, down to every detailed vision all in his head that he's able to translate onto film so well. He's such a caring person, he really makes sure that it's kind of like almost a family-oriented set, he really works with his close friends, and it just makes you feel really safe, and he's extremely collaborative. Like, you put ideas out into the table, and he listens, and he takes it and works it into his own vision as well.
Talk for a minute, because, I came out of this movie, my wife saw it with me, and all I could hear some of the girls, including my wife, talking about were the outfits. Just these amazing outfits. Talk about all these outfits you got to wear in the film.
Yeah, Michael Wilkinson was our costume designer, and he killed it. He had to work in so many different kind of realities and sub-realities, and somehow just made it all blend together so well. So many like hand-stitched, handcrafted corsets that were made specifically for each of us, and our fighting costumes, there were definitely different variations, and it had a journey in order to get to where it was. But at the end of the day, I remember putting on my final costume and just holding myself differently, and it kind of gave me just a newfound sense of badass confidence, wearing these awesome costumes. It was amazing.
Now you sit down and you start to read a script, and I'm sure you're always looking for the character type you have. But you're reading Sucker Punch, and you see that you are a mental patient, you're a high-priced prostitute, and you're a strike force military action babe. How did you decide? How did you pull all that together into like one personality, into one person?
Well, I think it's really interesting because even though it is set in all these crazy different realities, it all goes back to it being a fantasy, so that there are no limits whatsoever. And even though they all kind of seem so extremely different, it really is one person. I think that's a really cool thing because women are so multi-layered, and I feel like we really get to tap into the best of each thing and like the most heightened that it can be in each reality.
Now talk a little bit about, there's a lot of physicality in this film. There's some great, high, intense action. What was it like doing those types of scenes, and how do you prepare yourself for those?
The action was probably one of my most favorite parts. I mean, it was just incredible, especially doing it with four girls who I love so much, and we trained together, we cried together, we sweat, buckets together, and we just kept on pushing each other, because we knew that if we fell down, they would be there to catch up each other's backs, So just having that support allowed us to really go like the extra mile. And shooting the scenes was just, the most adrenaline-filled time ever. We would do jumping jacks with our gun to get us all riled up for the moment, and then unloading a clip on our opponents was just, it's not very often you get to do that.
That's awesome. Well, listen, congratulations again on the film. We can't wait to have it on AMC screens.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.